Students got confused when partial fraction includes repeated factors. So let's break it down with the help of this example in this video. So we have x squared plus 7x plus 32 over x minus 2 times x plus 3 whole square. Now this is the best example to understand this concept, because if you see at the denominator we got one of the linear factor as x minus 2. So obviously I can represent this fraction as something over first linear factor, which is x minus 2 plus. Now if you look at the second factor, which is x plus 3 whole square, so whenever we got something like this, remember we must include both terms, and that is b over x plus 3 plus c over x plus 3 whole squared. Now to represent this fraction into this, obviously we need to work out for a, b and c. So let's start. For that, what I'm going to do is I will times everything with this denominator, which is x minus 2 times x plus 3 whole squared. So on the left hand side, when I time this equation with x minus 2 times x plus 3 whole squared, obviously x minus 2 and x plus 3 whole squared will get cancelled, and we are left with x squared plus 7x plus 32 equals a times. If I times this a over x minus 2 with x minus 2 times x plus 3 whole squared, obviously x minus 2 will get cancelled and we are left with a times x plus 3 whole squared plus b times. When I times b over x plus 3 with x minus 2 times x plus 3 whole squared, obviously one of the term x plus 3 will get cancelled and we are left with b times x minus 2 times x plus 3 plus c times. When I times this c over x plus 3 whole squared with x minus 2 times x plus 3 whole squared, obviously x plus 3 whole squared will get cancelled and we are left with x minus 2 here. Now the same idea, if we need to work out for the value of a, b and c, what I am going to do is I will try to eliminate a, b and c each time. So let's start with a. So if I need to eliminate this a, I need to put x as minus 3, because minus 3 plus 3 will become 0, 0 squared will be 0 and 0 times a will be 0. In that case, this term will become 0. So let's substitute x as minus 3 here. So minus 3 squared will be 9. 7 times minus 3 will be minus 21 plus 32 equals, obviously when I substitute x as minus 3, so minus 3 plus 3 will be 0. 0 squared will be 0. 0 times a will be 0. So this whole term will be 0. Similarly, when I substitute x as minus 3 here, so minus 3 plus 3 will be 0 and 0 times anything will be 0. So this whole term will again become 0. Now, if I substitute x as minus 3 here, so minus 3 times minus 2 will be minus 5. Now 9 take away 21 plus 32 will become 20 equals c times minus 5. Now to work out for the value of c, I need to divide both sides by minus 5. So the value of c will be minus 4. Now let's try to eliminate b from this equation. Now for that I need to substitute x as 2, because 2 minus 2 will become 0 and 0 times anything will become 0. So let's do that. So 2 squared will be 4 plus 7 times 2 is 14 plus 32 equals 8 times 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 squared is 25 plus, if you put x as 2 here, so 2 minus 2 will be 0 and 0 times anything will be 0. Similarly, c times 2 minus 2 will be 0, so 0 times c will be 0. So there is no other term which will be here. So 4 plus 14 plus 32 will be 50 equals a times 25. So to work out for the value of a, I need to divide both sides by 25. So 50 divides 25 will be 2 and this is a. So the value of a here will be equals to 2. Now if you look at the denominators, we got one of the factor as x minus 2. For that I put x is 2. The second factor is x plus 3. We got x equals minus 3. Now there is no other factor other than these factors. So hypothetically, what I can do is let's substitute x as 0. So 0 squared will be 0 plus 7 times 0 will be 0 plus 32. So on the left hand side, we will be having only 32. So 8 times 0 plus 3 will be 3 only and 3 squared will be 9 plus b times 0 minus 2 will be minus 2 0 plus 3 will be 3. So minus 2 times 3 will be minus 6. So this will be b times minus 6 plus c times 0 minus 2 will be minus 2. So this will be c times minus 2. So this 32 will be equals 9 times a, negative 6 times b, negative 2 times c. Now we know the value of a and c. Let's substitute these two values here and we can work out for the value of b. So this 32 will be equals to 9 times 2 minus 6 times b minus 2 times minus 4. So this 32 will be equals to 9 times 2 is 18 minus 6b minus 2 times minus 4 will be plus 8. So this is 32. 18 plus 8 will be 26 minus 6b. So now to work out for the value of b here, let's first get rid of this 26. For that I need to subtract 26 on both sides. So 32 take away 26 will be 6 and this will be minus 6b. Now to work out for the value of b, obviously I need to divide both sides by minus 6. So the value of b is minus 1. So this is what I am looking for in this question. So now this equation will be equals a times a over x minus 2, which is 2 over x minus 2. We know the value of b is minus 1, so this will be minus 1 over x plus 3. And we know the value of c is minus 4, this will be equals to minus 4 over x plus 3 whole squared. I hope you understand the concept and question. Thank you so much. Keep learning.